Hey YouTube, it is Race Day 2011, back from the 2020 Motorsports Race Car and Trade Show over in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. This has been a really cool show. I've been going to this show for the past, I believe, 7 or 8 years now at this point, and this has been a pretty cool experience this year. It seemed like more vendors were there, or there was more product there at the Motorsports show this year. Every year over in the Philadelphia area, Oaks, Pennsylvania, there is a motorsports show that happens once a year in January, and all of us in the Diecast community get together, well, most of us anyways, and we come together for one day at the motorsports show, and we hang out and we have a good time. So it ranges from a lot of things, a lot of local dirt track racing stuff, a lot of sprint cars, a lot of late models, a lot of wingless sprints, a lot of quarter midget stuff. Then you got the open wheel stuff, then you got the NASCAR stuff, and of course you have your diecast vendors. So all of us participate in the diecast vendors. Well, all of us have gotten at least one thing. David got one cool thing, like he really blew us out of the water with the one product he purchased. Brian rated the living crap out of all the vendors, and he's got a really cool video to show. Me in particular, I was in the hunt for a lot of kart merchandise, and it seemed like this year a lot of people brought out their old IndyCar merchandise, their old kart stuff, and quite frankly, I have bought quite a bit of it, and so much that it needs its own video, and we're gonna do it in its own video. This is going to be a really cool cool haul video. I did also get other stuff too, so maybe we'll just do combine in one video probably. I'd rather maybe just do one video of everything I got. But there's a lot of kart merchandise. There's a lot of old IndyCar stuff that people are going to be heavily into it. So this could be really cool. So the first thing first couple things I bought were I went to the show on Friday, and I specifically said I really hope that the kart vendor shows up this year, and I'm hoping that he has a lot of good stuff. Well, guess what? He did. I picked up a couple 143rds. The first one, Jimmy Vasser's 1999 Target Reynard. Absolute beauty. This is just one of those cars that I saw at the stand, and I was like, you know what? I gotta pick that up. So I picked that one up. The reason why I picked that one up as well is because I also saw this puppy, Adrian Fernandez. As soon as I saw the Fernandez, I was like, you know what? I highly doubt that's going to be here tomorrow, which is Saturday. So I was like, you know what? I got to do it. So the Fernandez and the Jimmy Vasser were bought on the Friday. So that's that. Saturday, I bought a couple of non-kart stuff. We'll put that later in the video. Sunday, really cool stuff. And I said, you know, because the guy had a lot of good stuff. The kart vendor that he showed up. He had a lot of 118s. He had the Patrick Carpentier. He had the Greg Moore. He had the Dyer Franchitti. He had the Jimmy Vasser. He had the Juan Montoya. He had the Max Pappas. He also had Mauricio Gugelmin, I believe. I don't know if he had the Fernandez 118. That's something I'm probably going to have to do a little, probably to remember myself. But he also had Racing Champions 124s. He had everything from Lion Dyke, Michael Andretti. He had Jimmy Vasser. He had Robbie Gordon. He had Mario Andretti, Nigel Mansell, Stefan Johansson, Parker Johnstone, you name it. This guy had a lot of good stuff. So the Racing Champion 124 that I picked up on Sunday was indeed the Jimmy Vasser one. This is the 1995 Jimmy Vasser Target Reynard, absolute beauty. I believe he only charged $25 for this sucker, and I was like, you know what? $25, I'm not going to see it for that price ever again. So it is indeed the 1995 one, because you can see back here the 1995 schedule as definitely a lot different than what it is today. What a beautiful car. I can't wait to review that sucker. That's going to be reviewed instantly. So we got that one. Let's do a more neater display here. There we go. And so there was this other vendor that showed up there. And this guy is the guy who shows up at the NASCAR Watkins Glen race. And I known him for a couple years now at this point. What I was surprised about was this guy had a bunch of kart merchandise in a bin. And I was looking there with Brian because Brian and I were just going through each and one of the bins. He was going through the old NASCAR stuff, and I was like, wait a minute, there's a whole bunch of Racing Champion stuff here. So I looked through it, and I realized a lot of this stuff I can get signed in the month of May. So let's go over it. Here we go. First one. Bobby Rahall's 94 censored Miller Lite car. As you can tell, you cannot put Miller Lite on the 164s even back in 1994. So guess what? It's got the Rahal Hogan. I was going to say Morgan. I'm like, that was supposed to say Hogan on that car. But that's the Bobby Rahal car. Got it for $3. These were all $3, by the way. Here's one that David would love. Our Lord and Savior, Buddy Lazier. This is the 96 Indy 500 race car. The one he won with, a broken back with. Of course, yes, this is the IRL. It is not a kart product, but based off a kart chassis, close enough. There we go. Next one, another IRL car. The fastest ever recorded speed at the Speedway. Lion Dykes 96 Bryant car. Absolute beauty. Trying to see if I can straighten out the boxes a little bit. These boxes have been around since 96 and they're still almost like in mint condition. What an absolute beauty this is. What a cool looking car. I cannot wait to get Ari to sign that, of course, in the month of May. Ari's a cool guy. But a little thing when you meet Ari, he doesn't do handshakes, he's a germaphobe, so you gotta do fist bumps with him. This is a stupid little fun fact about Ari there. So if we're going from Ari Luyendyk to one of the more animated drivers in the circuit, Paul Tracy. Paul Tracy's 1995 Kmart car. Well, Budweiser Kmart car when he drove for Newman Haas. Gorgeous looking car. Look at young Paul Tracy with the glasses. I gotta bless Paul Tracy's guts there. That's pretty cool. See there? That's Paul Tracy. Next one. You'll recognize the last name. Brian Herta's 1995 Target car. Another really cool looking car. I can't wait to see Brian Herta again. If he's around in the month of May, which I know he will be, that's going to definitely be signed by him. Hopefully a nice Legends Day autograph session appears again at the Speedway. This way I can get most of these legends to sign these cars. So that's that for that one. And speaking again of Paul Tracy, we had his Newman Haas car. There's his Team Penske car. And yes, this is the full Marlboro livery on this car, but as you can well imagine, it has no Marlboro writing on it. So that's that. The censored Penske car, as I like to say, censored Marlboro car. There you go. Speaking of censored Marlboro cars, special packaging for this one. This is 95, excuse me. This is not 94. This is the car he failed to qualify in. It is Al Unser Jr.'s 1995 Marlboro Team Penske car. This is the car that infamously failed to qualify in 95. Of course, it's on the road course Aero kit. It's not the actual Indianapolis 500 qualifying car. But they got rid of they had to change the Mercedes-Benz engine, and of course they had a shitty Penske chassis. And guess what? Led to total disaster. They failed to qualify for both of the cars, which probably was the biggest bump day bump until last year. Next one, Jimmy Vasser's 1995, I believe this is. Is this 95? Let's see. See, Raul Boesel, Jimmy Vasser, Scott Pruitt, Robbie Gordon. This probably is 95. This is 93 on here. No, it's 95. Never mind. It's 95. 1995 Target car. Absolutely beautiful. There you go. Next one is another Jimmy Vasser car. This is probably 94. Let's see. Yep, 94. It is the Conseco Jimmy Vasser car. This is not the one for Chip Ganassi. This is for another team that I probably cannot remember. David's probably going to yell at me for not knowing that. But there we go. 2 Jimmy Vasser cars right in the frame right there. Beautiful. And the last champ car I got, this guy famously spun and won the race. Danny Sullivan, 1994? 95. This is the car he got injured in Michigan with. 95 Visa card, Reynard. Beautiful car. Danny's a cool guy. I think I've yet to meet Danny. Like, I've met a lot of the 500 winners. I don't think I've met Danny yet. And I heard he's a really cool guy, so I would like to meet him personally one day. So that's that. We can probably put these cars... let's keep the cars in the frame for now, because we'll go over to the other cars I purchased. We'll do this all in one video just to get everything the hell over with. So let's see. On Sunday, I managed to go purchase some NASCAR merchandise as well. The first one is Mark Martin's 2001 Viagra car. This is a pretty cool looking one. This is the uncensored Viagra car, so this makes it even cooler, in my personal opinion. So I like to have non-censored cars, and this is definitely one cool non-censored car. So there we go. That's the first one. Here's the second one. I'm going to think of my good friend Garrett, Diecast Buffet. It's going to be Jeff Burton's Northern Light car. Yeah, a little tie with the IndyCar series there. Pep Boys in... Oh, not Pep Boys, excuse me. That's the Pep Boys Indy Racing League. Then it turned into the Indy Northern White Series in 2000. Which that was a mouthful to say in 2000. I'll tell you that. Next one. This one's pretty cool. Very cool indeed. Let me take the price tag off of it. I hate with the price tags when they basically it's almost like glued onto the surface and it's almost like impossible to get off. I hate those kind of price tags. This is the kind of one we have on here as well. It was only $3 I had paid for this, and I thought it was a good value because I remember having the Winter Circle version of this one. Dale Earnhardt Jr.'s 1999 IROC Firebird. Beauty. Beautiful car right there. Absolutely stunning. Next one. It's a very cool car. This guy had a whole stack full of these and they only charged me $5 for it. Dale Earnhardt Jr.'s 2005 Budweiser car. Simply beautiful. That's a cool looking one. And the last NASCAR car I got in 1/64 scale is, let's put this out of the way, Christian Fittipaldi's 2003 Yankees car. Now the Yankees car was pretty cool. I remember this thing racing at Watkins Glen. Very awesome looking car. There we go. Put that back there. And I think we can get all this stuff out of the way now because I got to put a 124 back here. Let's see. Let's put all this in here. We're going to do this completely uncut. I'm not going to cut the video. That's not who I am. Sorry, you're going to hear me bitch for about a minute while I'm unbagging all this stuff. Let's see here. To put Jimmy Vasser away. Put Al Jr. away. Let's do all this. Go through all this stuff. All that kart stuff is probably all going to get signed in the month of May. And of course, unfortunately, since they will be getting autographed, there will be no reviews on those. So unfortunately, we won't be doing reviews on those, but they'll be great autograph items. Keep these back here. The next car I got is a very cool one. Cool one for history purposes. The 2001 Rolex 24 Chevrolet Corvette, driven by the Earnhardts, Kelly Collins, and Andy Pilgrim. Very cool looking car. I obviously cannot wait to review this one. This is a 1/43 scale car, and it is indeed a race version. I love that Action made that. Put that to the side. The last car I got was $10. It is a 124. I will be reviewing this as well. Rusty Wallace's 1989 tribute car that it ran in 2003 with the Winston Cup era. It was the end of Winston Cup being sponsorship as we now know it. And let's take this sucker out. I'm going to preview this guy because I was like, you know what? I got to have this sucker. And it was let's see, put this over here. And here she is right here. That is a beauty. Put this a little bit further back. There you go. God damn it, I can't wait to review that one. That's going to be pretty cool. Alrighty, that about does it for this haul video. That's literally it. My God, did I raid those vendors. Well, it was all for good fun. Comment, like, and subscribe. And this is Race Day 2011 reminding you to join the fight to stop bullying. It does get better. The Diecast Kid is always happy to see you.